Tuesday night brings with it the last case in the current series for Van der Valk. The Dutch detective investigates the murder of a hippie heroin addict who was also an alternative comedian, but it's no laughing matter for him. Tonight at 8:05. We've also got a riotous comedy at 10:55 with Tom Hanks called Bachelor Party. Looks good, actually. Right, this is something else which is pretty good. Coronation Street.
Everything else is fine. There's been no break-in, nothing. So it's got to be someone that was shown in by the estate agent, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, it's no good standing there looking at it.
But who'd do that? It's mad.
Look, I'll clear up. You go downstairs.
Well, I'm going to call the police.
Now, hang on a minute. Do you want to spend half the night talking to the coppers? You need your sleep.
When somebody's been in the house slashing the bedroom apart and you don't know who?
Fancy?
Well, who?
Think. Start with Sandra.
Oh, no.
Well, it was a pretty spiteful thing saying she was having an affair with Peter, wasn't it? She doesn't love you, and she certainly hates me.
You sure about the police?
Look, do you want a lot of press blokes sitting around on your doorstep? You'll get your photograph in the paper, so will Sandra, not to mention Peter. I mean, they'll love it, but you won't.
But if she'll do this...
Yeah, well, there are other ways. I mean, it's not as if it's the only bed in the house, is it? We'll do something about it. But tomorrow.
It's a bit of depression she's got, you see. I think it's all this business, you know.
Don't come to me, Jack. I can't do anything.
Of course you can. You're the boss. You say somebody gets taken on, they are taken on. Saith the Lord.
I cannot give her a job back.
Of course you can.
I can't. She accused Reg Holdsworth of fixing the trolley dash.
Well, he did.
Jack, it's a special investigation. If I take Vera back on, it looks like he's guilty even before they've started.
He is.
Jack, look, I'm not enjoying this investigation.
Oh, now, come on. You're the boss. You're the cock of the walk. You're loving it.
Well, it has got its good points.
Pick any one of them checkout girls. You know anyone you choose? Never mind that Kimberley.
Well, that's what I think young Raquel's trying to impress upon me.
Raquel? Who's Raquel?
Only Miss Better Buy.
Want a cup of tea?
Yeah.
All right. Raquel.
You see, it does it every time.
Go through it again. It does seem to be repeating itself, doesn't it?
Oh. So if you press this one, it's like it's got echoes.
Just try it one more time, just to make sure it isn't finger trouble. Although I'm sure it isn't, not with clever little fingers like those. Well, one for the engineer. Now, the thing is, I've got to find something else for you to do. Any preferences?
Wouldn't want to make you blush.
Well, it's lucky for you I'm not a man who takes advantage of his position.
What position's that, then?
You're manager, and don't you forget it. At least while we're in the store. So, where do you think we should go?
What, now?
No, tonight.
Don't mind.
I'm sure we'll find somewhere. Yes, Miss Taylor.
Mrs. Dinnerber says, can she have someone on fresh bread?
Raquel, go to Fresh Bread and tell Mrs. Dinnerber I'll be over there shortly.
Yes, Mr. Watts.
Yes, Mr. Watts. No, Mr. Watts.
I thought some of us weren't supposed to be bothered.
I'm not. It's just sickening watching people begging for it.
Oh. I thought that's what you enjoyed in a relationship.
You've only fancied him since he's been made up. Acting manager.
Exclusive, upmarket, executive type of residence.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I'm looking for a bloke called Simpson.
That is myself.
You're selling a house for my fiancée, Mrs. Ingram, right?
Mrs. Ingram. I believe we may be doing that, yes.
Who'd you take round there yesterday?
That is something I can only discuss with Mrs. Ingram.
Well, she'd like you to discuss it with me, because at the moment she is very, very upset.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know you. You've no introduction, no identification. I'm not going to
Will
start
that do for an introduction? We don't know whose calling card it is, but we'd like to.
I'm sorry, I was
Because that was the state your client found her bed in when she got back last night.
Are you saying this was...
The state of the bed, sunshine. Cut to ribbons.
I can't accept this. I mean,
Look,
this could be...
there was no break-in. You had the only key. So what have you got to say, eh?
I'm sorry. I can't take any more. I can't stand this.
All right, now listen. Just tell me. Who did you take round there, eh?
there was a couple in the morning and a woman in the afternoon.
Alone?
I was with her.
What, all the time?
Oh, the phone. Phone call. Well, 3 minutes. I mean...
Yeah, but what did she look like, eh? I mean, tall, dark, fair, blonde, I mean...
Dark.
Well, describe her.
Dark. Big eyes, very striking.
And slim?
Slim. Very slim. Well, if you know who it was, then all we can do is phone the police.
No, that's right. Leave it to Mrs. Ingram.
I'm sorry, Mr. Watts. I thought Mr. Holdsworth's desk would be available.
Certainly, Mr. Scott.
Well, you've made yourself very comfortable here, haven't you? Of course, if you want to put me elsewhere, just say.
Of course not, Mr. Scott. What will you want me to do, if you want me to help?
Are you a trained interrogator?
Unfortunately not. That's one of the company courses I didn't go.
No, me neither. Somebody's got to ask a lot of questions, and the buck seems to have reached me.
So you'll be wanting a complete list of the staff, then?
Got that already, thank you. Could you, on my list, tick off the people who are in this morning?
Oh, I think so, but they won't necessarily have been here during the trolley dash.
You've risen quite a way, Mr. Watts, haven't you? Acting manager? Yes, that's a long way from the corporation dust cart.
I thought only me and the KGB knew about that.
It's in your CV. Are you interested in astronomy?
Well,
See, all of us are in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. You've ticked yourself, good.
So would you like to start with me?
You see, this isn't the first allegation against Reg that we've had, and it's always been with women. Susceptible to the fair sex, would you say?
Me? Am I?
No. Reg. All of us are in the gutter, but some of us are looking up skirts. Is that Reg's problem, would you say? Well, I was just wondering if there was anything at any time between our Reg and that woman who's put the poison in. A woman spurned, eh? What was her name? Mrs. Duckworth.
Ah, yes. Well, I think I can put your mind at rest there, Mr. Scott. Yes, I think I can.
Please, boss, don't ask me to serve him.
Who's that?
Laddo.
Now listen, Jack, if you can't trust yourself to be polite...
Polite is all I can do, not to stick the nut on him. He's got that kind of face, hasn't he?
Yes, well, listen, while he's in here, he's a customer.
Yeah, after all what he's done, I mean, he's fired our Vera.
Yes, I know, but look, you go down the cellar. There's a barrel of bitter needs setting.
Thanks, Alec.
And, mind.
Do people suddenly start hoarding 10-pence pieces or
I
what?
think it must be some sort of government thing controlling inflation.
All I know is they keep disappearing.
Yes, I heard a very interesting talk at the Institute of Retail Management on that very subject.
Well, I'm afraid I can't wait to hear about that. Mr.
When the Romans was here, it was the denarius that they kept going missing. Same thing.
Well, thank you very much anyway, Bet.
Excuse me. I wonder if I could ask you to relay communication.
No, I don't think so, Mr. Holdsworth. I don't think it would be very welcome.
Yes, but it's very... I wonder if I could trouble you for a pint of shandy.
Alec, customer there wants serving.
A pint of shandy, was it, you said?
Yes, please, Alec.
And what was that you were saying about something going missing during the Roman times?
Well, it was a denarius, actually.
Oh, yes. That'd be Latin for ashtrays, wouldn't it? Nothing changes.
Of course, everybody's saying he's guilty of sin, but I don't hold with that. Well, I don't. I'm surprised to hear you taking an opposite point of view.
I'm not taking any point of view.
Well, you should. The laws of this realm state a position, and that position is a man is innocent until proved guilty.
No, that's not quite it, sir.
Oh, it is, you know.
Sorry.
All right, then you tell me what it is.
No, a man is to be presumed innocent until proven guilty.
That's just what I said.
No, you said he is. But if he's actually done it, he's guilty whether he's caught and tried or not. He's merely presumed to be innocent.
Is that what the university education's done for you? You go 3 times round the houses, end up in the same street?
It's not the same street.
Mind if I join you, fellas? I might be able to separate you there between the hands.
Oh, your faith in your own cuisine is encouraging.
Ah, Lordy, Miss Chloe. Look who's turned up.
Oh, don't let it spoil your lunch. I know it can.
Is there something you want?
I've just had it.
you're looking for someone you can trust to give you financial guidance, no matter what you want, the Allied Dunbar man is worth his weight in gold.
L'Italia è Buitoni. Buitoni, pizza siciliana.
Sono pronte le pizze.
Buitoni, spaghetti alla carbonara.
Sono al dente.
Share the Italian love of food with new frozen pizza and pasta dishes from Buitoni.
The film is in the flowers. 1 hour.
Dear Nanook, winters in England are very different from home. They're damper and much more miserable. Still, our local gas showroom has a fantastic offer on right now. Central heating from just £1,199. Or the Cosy Control Fire. Wall heater and water heater system for just £895 with a free shower, and there's an easy way to pay. Still, I'm not as lucky as you are, Nanook. You've got your love to keep you warm.
Trying to find simple, tax-free savings? Tessa, from Positive Thinking TSB.
What do you want?
Well, I'd sooner not discuss it on the pavement, Jack.
You'll be having a discussion with the pavement, you come poking your nose round here, son.
I just wanted a civil word with Mrs. Duckworth.
I was honestly hoping that it wasn't you.
Well, I didn't go there for that. I just wanted to see, that's all. I wanted to see what she got, what it was all like. It's all done nice, isn't it? It's all her taste, you can tell.
But it's not you, Elma. I mean, this is just not you.
Oh, well, we all know what's me, don't we? But I saw them scissors and suddenly I was sick to death of being me. Sick of being the world's good loser.
Look, have you any idea how terrifying it is to come home?
It's terrifying doing it at all. But you just let the scissors do it, and they just do. It's frightening. And then you think, well, what if I couldn't stop? What if it wasn't just a bed? What if it was... Look, I didn't want it to be me, but it was. It was. It was.
Yeah, well, okay, come on. We'll all get over this.
Anyway, look, what do you think will cover it? Because
hey, just a minute. I'm more worried about you than this. Alma, this is mad. Do you know that?
Oh, really? Well, thank you, Dr. Baldwin.
No, seriously,
So anybody who hates Mike Baldwin is mad, like anybody who loves Mike Baldwin. So she's as mad as I am. It's just that she hasn't got around yet to...
I swear to God that I never thought that you felt this strongly about anything. About me, anything.
Well, I wish I hadn't let you know now. Because when I'm done with being appalled at myself, I just feel a fool.
Well, it probably did you good. I mean, let's forget it. You're sorry, I'm sorry. Let's just forget it.
So, right, what do you think will cover it?
No,
then?
forget it. Forget it. It is not just the money.
Oh, it's all about money, Michael, admit it. It's all about money. So at least give me the chance to buy a bit of my pride back.
Well, I don't know how much it costs, I mean, I don't know. I've got no idea.
Or let's just leave it blank.
I'm sorry I've done this to you.
Try to understand what I'm saying. This sort of hostility is not getting any of us anywhere. Now you're out of a job, and I'm being put under a searchlight, and all because of this...
Yeah, because you fiddled the trolley rig.
That is slanderous, you know that, don't you? And you have not got one shred of evidence to back it up.
No, because she went and gave all the stuff away.
Proof that she has a charitable disposition, that's all.
She knew all right.
Jack, please. She is like me. I have got a charitable disposition as well. When it comes to letting bygones be bygones, letting the past bury its dead, Mrs. Duckworth. Now, we both stand accused.
Hey, now nobody's accusing me.
Of acting hasty, I mean. To that I plead guilty. And I'm talking about your dismissal now. I might have rushed to judgment, as I think you may have yourself in the matter of the trolley race.
Oh, come on, don't be giving us all like this flannel.
No, hang on now.
No, listen, Vera, I know what he's at. He's crawling. He wants you to forget about what you said to them.
Yes, that's right, Jack. If you withdraw your allegation, and I withdraw your notice of dismissal, as and when I resume my position...
So let me get knotted. Curly's top man now, you're well in. Like a son to this woman.
Yes, and he is very close to me as well, remember. Very close as far as that company's concerned. He's my protégé. Throw mud at me, it spatters him.
Now hang on. Nobody's ever said out against him.
If he is loyal to me, and you make your scandal-mongering stake, he goes down and all.
Says you.
And if he sides with you, it won't make any difference whether I go down or not, because there's never a manager in our company who'd ever want him as a number 2. He'll be dead in the water, career-wise. You've put him into an intolerable position, you know, Mrs. Duckworth. Oh, yes. And there's only one sensible thing you can do now. Close the door, Mr. Watts.
Relations between captain and crew around here seem a bit reminiscent of HMS Bounty, it seems to me.
Well, I wouldn't have thought that was entirely fair, Mr. Scott.
Well, I was just reading between the lines, but I do get a whiff of mutiny.
Well, I think mutiny's overstating it a bit.
Oh, really? What word would you choose?
Well, I'd rather not choose a word, but if there has been a mutiny, I've not joined it.
All right, I'll offer you another word. Our Reg seems to run this ship in a somewhat eccentric way.
Well, Captain Bligh had his faults, but he was an extremely good navigator.
So I believe. Well, it's just an impression. Nothing I'd hang a man for. But I can't entirely dismiss Mrs. Duckworth's allegations. No, as yard arms go, Mr. Watts, it's just about high enough. Well, good to meet you. I admire your loyalty. Don't worry. I know the way.
Hey, Joe. What's his name? You know this fella they've sent?
Mr. Scott, and I tell you what, he's had us all grilled in that office.
Oh, did you have to go?
Yeah.
And what did you tell him?
I didn't tell him anything, but he still kept writing stuff down. I'll tell you what, you ain't half started something.
Oh, well, I'm here to try and finish it. So where is he then?
Well, that's him there.
Right.
Mr. Scott!
Well, all the same, I'm glad it was her and not Sandra.
Yeah, well, you would be, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I should be.
Of course you should. Sandra's put the poison in before. You'd think it was some sort of campaign. This is just,
Yes? This is just...
Now what you want about?
Well, with Sandra, it was just spite. This is...
A brainstorm. She'd never do it again.
She is desperately in love with you.
Nah, she was just trying to get something out of her system, that's all.
Desperately in love with you.
Well, she's not in love with herself just now. Oh, and by the way, she sent a cheque to pay for the damage.
Well, I hope you tore it up.
I thought it was kinder to take it. She was feeling that bad.
We are not sleeping in sheets paid for by her. Did you not know just how much she... Well, didn't you?
Nah. Honestly, never thought she'd do something like this in a million years.
Well, if you didn't know, you do now. Oh, I wish it had been Sandra. At least she hates the both of us.
Telling you, if they put 'em up here, you'd pay to see 'em. Oh, you would, you would. You could consider 'em as part of the decor. Oh, hey, say, this could be part of the decor for me, you know.
Oh, lad, Curly, this'll be Raquel's.
Oh.
We're not staying here all night, are we?
Oh, no, I thought we'd just come in, you know, see who turns up and see if they're going on somewhere.
We don't need other people to give us ideas, do we?
Certainly not, Raquel, certainly not. What do you fancy? Oh, can I take your coat?
Oh, well, my mother always said if I met a lad who offered to take my coat, I should grab him.
Grab away, Raquel. Now, what do you fancy?
If I hear one more word.
Look, if we're not making a profit, why are we doing it?
One more word and I'll dome you. And if you think I'm paying for it by giving up my gin and tonics, you're greatly mistaken.
Vera's not in.
Oh?
She's gone to bingo. Cheer herself up a bit, you know.
Really?
And I'm going to be stuck in here till closing time.
Right.
There's nobody in the house. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, never mind, Jack. He's got a one-track mind.
According to some people, he's not the only one.
No, you shouldn't believe everything that Kimberley tells you.
Am I going to be disappointed then?
That's 275, Al.
Thank you. He's made a very tidy job of it, Al. Very pleased.
I'd like to send a tidy bill as well. I'm not too pleased about that. Who'll be a blooming landlord?
Prince Charles and the Duke of Westminster don't seem to mind.
Yeah, both blokes who could afford it.
Alf, I've told you.
So, I suppose Kimberley used to discuss our relationship in lurid detail, did she?
I want any lurid details to discuss either. I thought that was the whole point of you two.
Oh, so she did.
Well, girls do.
We don't have to, do we?
No. We could go back to your digs and talk about something different. Am I dead forward?
Yes, you're very direct, yes. It takes a bit of getting used to, you know, after Kimberley.
We weren't going to talk about Kimberley.
Do you know there were certain words she wouldn't say? She used to spell them.
Blaming her.
I'm sorry, yes, you are very direct.
Would you mind?
No, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think the modern woman should be direct, you know, say what they mean, what they want.
Right. Well, let's sup up and go back to your digs then.
To be honest, I don't feel like this evening, if you don't mind.
Why? Friendscock won't have his spies around the hostelries.
I don't care.
You're not still upset with me, are you?
Well, I'm not best pleased with you.
Oh, not the only reason why this has got blown up is because Scott's got it in for me. He always has, and
it's not just that. I mean, you fiddled that drawer, didn't you?
No, I wouldn't
Reg,
say...
you told me you did.
Well, I might have said in a
Reg,
manner...
you know perfectly well you did.
Oh, well, I was foolish to say it, I know. But I just wanted you to be aware that if it lay in my power to do something, some little thing for you, but it sprang from regard, you must see that.
Well, I don't think we need say any more on the subject.
No.
No.
Well, I'm waiting to hear my fate, really. It's funny, isn't it, that little Achilles heel? A fatal flaw that delivers a man into the hands of his enemies. Still, I hope you enjoyed the tea dances. I mean, you weren't just...
No, they were, it made a very nice change.
Pleasant interviews.
They were. Anyway.
Yes. Well then, good night, Mrs. Fairclough. Rita.
Good night, Reg.
I thought you liked me because I talked to you a lot.
Well, yeah, but not all the time, Norman.
Well, I suppose Kimberley said I talked to her all the time, did she?
I told you what Kimberley said. Are you comfy? Oh, God. Oh, you've got lovely warm hands.
That's not what Kimberley used to say.
And my hand's nice and warm.
That's a good sign, that, actually. It means you've got
very good circulation.
Well, I ought to have right now.
Only you see, Kimberley, her hands were freezing. That's why she wore those stupid mittens all the time. I used to say to her, where are you going?
She's right, Norman. You have got a one-track mind. Kimberley, Kimberley, flaming Kimberley.
Oh, look, I'm sorry if I've talked about
Don't
Kimberley.
bother helping me on with me coat.
Friday is red letter day for Brenda in Watching.
No. Malcolm, nobody's going to buy us a lawnmower, besides which we'll have no lawn to mow.
Find someone else, someone more on your wavelength. After all, there's plenty more fish on the beach.
And pebbles in the sea. Right.
And men are the main preoccupation at 8:35.
Slave to your senses, Joyce Watson.
Oh, come on, girls, I'm buying.
Look, why aren't you being sick in a gutter like any normal drunk?
Fun for Friday on Granada.
In Channel 4's Brookside next, a hard lesson for mischief-making Tony. Granada next has a news report and then a case for Dutch detective Van der Valk at 8:05.
Latham? Hello, Tinkerbell. Division told me you were back in the field. Know what you need?
Yes, 30 yards of dental floss garrote wire, a 12-bore pump-action stapler, and a 5-pound bag of your finest stun potatoes.
Oh, and the scuba trousers, black, high cut.
You've been away a long time, Latham. Here, your 4929.
Ingenious. What is it?
It's a Barclay card, Latham.
Yes. And?
Over here.
Ah, the mission.
No, the places that take Barclay card. Sign here.
A Barclay card?
That's all you need, Latham. Sorry, old stock. Back way out, please.
It's wonderful having puppies that are healthy and fit. I don't have to feed any other minerals, any other vitamins. The nutritionists have done the job for me. Pedigree Chum puppy food is wonderful, and the secret's in the can. It's very easy to feed. They absolutely love it. It has everything a puppy needs for good growth and for a happy life. I recommend Pedigree Chum puppy food to everyone. There's no better start, as far as I'm concerned.
For delicious sweet and sour pork or chicken, simply add new Uncle Ben's sweet and sour sauce. Just look at those really crispy vegetables. You'll enjoy an exciting, mouth-watering meal in minutes. New Uncle Ben stir fry. Perfect results every time.
How can this possibly be good for you? Could you have an addictive personality? Know Yourself helps you make up your own mind about your health, body, emotions and relationships. It's an A to Z with clear information on what's really good for your body, how emotions affect you, and how posture can help improve your looks. With charts, checklists and a fact file, Know Yourself is the complete guide to your body and mind.
Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours.
never know how things will turn out. So it must be wise to put something by with savings and investment plans from Pearl. Pearl, your lifetime assurance.
We have another case for Dutch Detective Van der Valk in about 5 minutes. First to ITN Studios in London and Trevor MacDonald.
From ITN's headquarters, this is the 8 o'clock Gulf News Report with Trevor MacDonald.